guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing this week? I hope you've had a good week. As you can see from the title of the video, it is time for my week 17 weigh-in update for my Mounjaro journey. If you are new, welcome. My name is Marcia. I'm 53 years old. I live in North Yorkshire in the UK. I started my Mounjaro journey on May the 21st this year when I had my very first injection, and honestly since then till now it has been incredible. What a whirlwind. It is changing my life every single week. I feel so happy on here. I've tried everything before to try and lose the weight that I put on through perimenopause, and if that sounds like what you've been struggling with as well, I really do hope you will have a little look at my other videos so you can just see how my journey has been. It has been so successful. I feel honestly really passionate about it, and I'm just wanting to get the word out, letting everybody know how amazing it is. So I have got a couple of playlists if you're interested in them. First of all, just before we get on to the update, I upload vlogs every single day where I share my side effects as they're happening. I share all the food I'm eating along with the calories and the protein, all the different macros. It's just a really fun place. I really love filming my daily vlogs. I've got any exercise I'm doing in there, and just like bits of chit chat, sometimes a bit of silliness, just trying to lift the mood and like make you feel not so alone, especially if you're not sharing your journey with anybody, any like friends and family. It can be so isolating. So I've got a lovely little community here now. It is growing day by day and everyone is so supportive. So please don't feel alone. Just hit the subscribe button. So yeah, my daily vlogs are in the playlist called My Fitness and Weight Loss Journey. It's linked down below. This is what the playlist looks like here, but have a browse through there. There's my daily vlogs in there. I have my weekly updates and my monthly updates as well. If you're not interested in what I'm eating or just all the daily vlogs at all, but you just want to know about the updates, then I've got a separate playlist called GLP-1 Diaries. In there I have my weekly updates, so it's just like this one where we talk about the weight I've lost, the side effects I've had. We look at the average sort of calories, protein and things like that for the week. I share a few charts and graphs about how my weight loss is going, and then yeah, it's just, so that'll be all there. Plus I have my monthly updates, which are really good fun. Everyone seems to really enjoy them. So there'll be another one coming this weekend, so they get filmed around about the 21st of each month. And on there it is just about non-scale victories, where we just so instead of focusing on the scales, because it's not just about the scales, it's about other things that are happening within our body, how we're feeling. So in those videos we just try on clothes, we get measured. I've got some photos as well, so you can compare photographs, and it is definitely more motivating than just a number on the scale. It's great fun, and lots of you have started trying clothes on as well, measuring and everything, so it's brilliant. So I'd really love it if you would consider subscribing, have a look at those, pick out what you fancy, have a look from the start of my journey. As I mentioned, there's a lot of videos now. I've been sharing my journey from the end of my first 4 weeks, so it's like virtually 3 months now. I've been, gosh, after 3 months I've been uploading every single day. That is crackers. So my injection days are on a Monday and I weigh in on a Tuesday. So yeah, every Tuesday morning I get weighed, then I sort of try to film my updates on a Wednesday and get them uploaded sort of fairly promptly. So yeah, sometimes it does sort of waver a little bit, but I just try and get them up midweek. I'm currently on 7.5 milligrams of Mounjaro. So Mounjaro is the same as tirzepatide and Zepbound. We don't have compounds here in the UK, but I know like lots of Americans are watching me. Hello. And I know that you have compounding pharmacies and things in the US, and that helps bring the cost down considerably. I am aware that like your Zepbound is so much more expensive than what we pay for Mounjaro here. I just don't know how how that's even justified, but yeah, it's just shocking for you, it really is. So yeah, current dose is 7.5 milligrams. I've did the first 4 weeks on 2.5, then I did 5 weeks on 5 milligrams, and then from week 10 till now I have been on 7.5 milligrams. I have ordered another 7.5 milligram pen because I feel it's kind of going okay. So we'll sort of see how we go after that one, and then if I feel like I need to move up or not. So let me tell you about my starting details. So my start weight on the 21st of May, I weighed 13 stone, 12.8 pounds. I'll pop a little chart in here just so you can see. I was 194.8 pounds, which is 88.36 kilos. And my BMI was 32.4. So I was in the obese category. And for me, like, I suppose in America, it'd be like maybe like looming towards the 200 pounds could be like, I think, oh my gosh, you know, there's something in your head that just sort of clicks, isn't it, that you need to do something. And for me, 13 stone, 12.8, I was just so close to being 14 stone that I just thought I needed to do something about it. So, yeah, 7.5 milligrams this week. And side effects, literally, I've hardly had anything. I'm feeling really, really well. I have had disturbed sleep this week, though. Has been my main side effect. I'm really struggling to get to sleep. Once I'm asleep, I'm all right, but the actual falling asleep is difficult. I can still be awake at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, this isn't something that's sort of solely sort of towards the Mounjaro. Pre-Mounjaro, I would have very bad bouts of insomnia and things. So, however, I have noticed that definitely usually like midweek it'll be worse since starting on Mounjaro. Usually about a Wednesday, Tuesday night into sort of Wednesday, and Wednesday into Thursday. Those are usually bad, but this week's been really shocking. I kind of needed some matchsticks to keep my eyes open. Other than that, I was a bit tired and headachy on Wednesday, but again, I think that was just because I was so tired from the night before. But other than that, guys, it's kind of been a very easy week. I feel like I'm kind of just coasting along now really nicely, and I just almost feel like I'm not on a GLP-1 at all. I've got no food noise at all. That's completely gone. No snacking or anything. You know, I'm feeling satisfied with my meals. I'm not wanting to snack between meals, and I literally just have like my breakfast, lunch and dinner. Suppression is really good. I have had a few days when I've just not been hungry at lunchtime, and that's often if I've had a later breakfast. So, and then on Sunday as well, I did actually miss my breakfast because I wanted to exercise, and it kind of knocked everything out a bit, and so I ended up eating later in the evening as a result. But it's just trying to keep it fluid, really, work with it, and I track everything, which is just so helpful, so I can just sort of monitor it. And I've got a diary where I try and write everything down as well, if I've got any side effects, and it just reminds me when I'm doing these uploads, so I can just sort of let you know, because it's really easy to forget something. This week I have made it back into the gym. I've downloaded the Evolve You app, which is brilliant. So I'm going to be really focusing on strength training. I'm going to be doing at least 3 strength training exercises a week. So this week I did do an upper body strength training workout. I did a lower body strength training, and I did a full body strength training, and I'm feeling pretty good. I think it's just really important we protect our muscles, try and prevent muscle loss, and then yeah, just work with what we've got and try and keep it. So yeah, and I just feel pumped from it. It's just like such a mood lift, so I just recommend it. I'm not worried about cardio. For me, I think I don't want to be going down the cardio and potentially losing more muscle mass. I suppose it depends how you look at it, but really strength training is what's advised and recommended when you're on the GLP-1, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Right, let me pull up the my iPad here. I will sort of do shared screens with you. I want to just have a little chat with you about my nutrition this week. So I track everything in the NUTRACHECK app. So it's got a UK database. So if you're in the UK, it's honestly I absolutely love it. So you can track all your food. It's got a barcode scanner. It gives you visual gives you the pictures of what the food is, so you can say, oh yeah, that is that one. So you've got proper products in there for easy identification. But I also like it because it summarizes your day, and then you can do an average of your past 7 days. We can do an average of the past week, an average of the past month, and that way you can see if you're on track. I have set my I changed my calorie target goal actually this week, and before that my calories, I'd had them at a target of 1400, but I've been working hard at increasing my calories, and a few of the days they were like over 1400, and some over 1500. And what I didn't like was it was then saying like I'd gone over my calories, and I thought, well, actually no, because it's still in such a huge deficit, and the only reason I'm tracking my calories is to make sure I'm eating enough. And I didn't want it, because I sort of share my journey on my channel, I didn't want people thinking, I didn't want it to be triggering that if you get 1,450 calories that you were overeating, because that's clearly not the case. So I've lifted my calorie goal to 1,500 calories, so that's what I'm going to try and be aiming for. But realistically, as long as I eat at least 1,200, so between 1,200 and 1,500, I will be happy. I am aiming for 30% of my calorie intake to be protein, so that works out about 112-ish calories and 112 grams, sorry, of protein. And yes, I've got carbs at 40%, protein at 30% and fat at 30%, so it's a really nice mix throughout the week. So let me have a little look here, and let's pull up the weekly average. So I've done so much better this week, guys, honestly. So my average daily calories for the past 7 days were 1,381, so I'm almost at 1,400 calories a day. Considering like a few weeks ago, I was struggling sometimes to even get 1,000. I just feel I've worked very hard at increasing my calories and improving my nutrition. So I am so happy with that. My protein was 93.5 grams. I'm just going to talk about the main ones. My fiber is 15.6 grams. And my carbs 142.1. Now, compared to last week, I've managed to increase my calories by almost 200 calories a day, which is brilliant. I'm really, really happy with that. My protein's roughly the same. My fiber, I've increased that by about 4 grams. Carbs have jumped up, but I did have a Sunday dinner out, for a Sunday roast at the local pub, so that was certainly added to my carbiness for the week. So yeah, that's it there, which I quite like. And then you can have a little look at the weekly distribution. So it has been a very carb heavy week, as you can see. So I'm slightly over on my carbs for the week, a little bit under for my fat, and slightly under for my protein goals, but that is okay. And then I can also look at my daily calories for the past 7 days. Let me just pop it on here. So as you can see, this is for the week commencing the 10th. So I should have told you as well, shouldn't I, that the week that we're talking about here is running from, where are we? Yeah, my week runs from Tuesday the 10th of September through to Monday the 16th of September. I need to write that down on my list so you know what we're talking about, but hopefully you kind of do. So yeah, there are my daily calories. You can see some days I'm under. I've had a couple of low days, and like Friday it was very low, and I'd been exercising that day as well, so that wasn't a great day really. I should have had more calories. But then Sunday, you can see there, whopping 1,649 calories. Like, boom, that was that was something else. I have been working out my protein based on my weight, just to see how much I'm consuming. So they do recommend that you have a minimum really of 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, probably up to a maximum of 2 grams per kilogram. But you don't be going more than that. You can put extra strain on your kidneys. But I mean, I think really between 0.8 and 1.6 is like a really nice amount to be having. So what I do is I've taken my average daily protein, which was 93.5 grams, and then divided that by my body weight this week. And it came out that I'm eating 1.28 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which is very similar to last week because it was 1.26. So I'm kind of sitting around about the 1.2, 1.3 grams of protein per kg, which I think is really, really good. So I'm happy with that. Plus I'm strength training now as well. So it's going to be really interesting just to see how that affects my weight, how it affects my muscle mass and things moving forward. Okay, so that's that bit. I think, should we just get on to the weight? Let you know how much I weigh today. I'm just going to pull up this on here just so we can do some screen sharing. As I've mentioned, I do the RENPHO, I do use the RENPHO scales. So I shall pull those up. There's been a big update on the app, so just be really careful if you are updating your app to make sure you don't accidentally erase all your old data. Make sure, double check your start date, that they haven't put it down for the day's date that you've updated on. Make sure you put it back to whenever you started your journey, otherwise you're just going to lose all that data, and that would just make me cry. And I think once it's gone, it's gone. I would just be absolutely heartbroken. So last week, let me get my spare paper. Last week I weighed in at 11 stone 7.3, which was like 161.3 pounds, which was 73.2 kilos. So yeah, I was 161.3 pounds last week. And this week, bearing in mind I've increased my calories by 200 calories a day, I have lost 1.3 pounds. I am so happy. So yeah, so I now weigh 11 stone, 6 pounds, 160 pounds, 72.6 kilos, and my BMI is 26.7. I am honestly so happy. I have calculated my percentage of body weight that I've lost, and I am now down 17.9% of my starting body weight has gone forever. So it's absolutely brilliant. And my total weight loss now in 17 weeks is 34.8 pounds. So is round about 2 pounds a week average, which is absolutely brilliant. A really nice, healthy, steady weight loss. I am so happy with that. It means I'm more likely to be losing fat instead of muscle. So yeah, that's great. So let's have a little look at the RENPHO app, and it's just going to take me a little bit of getting used to, because as I mentioned, they have updated the app. So let me get that screen recording on now. There we go. Okay, so I can't make it pink like I had before, but there's a couple of nice new features on it. So as you can see, it's got my weight nice and big there, 11 stone 6 pounds, and it's got my weigh-in date, which was the 17th of September. So as you can see underneath, I've got my goal weight there as 10 stone. And it says I have now done 63% progress. So I'm 63% of the way towards my target weight. And what I really like on the outside now of the weight is they've got, you can see the progress circle around it. So you can see now I'm more than halfway. I'm heading up there, and that's quite a nice little motivator, I think. And then if you swipe across, I've got my body fat there, which is 36.2% body fat. 19% progress. I've set my goal at 32%, just because that's what it says is an okay body fat. So I mean, I don't know that much about it. So that's that. Coming down, you can now see we've got the body composition bit underneath, and you can, if you open this up, you can either have it a date comparison. You can just have a health status, or you can just have the data only if you're not worried about comparing. So like the health status is just telling you if it's in target or not. So we can have a quick look at that first. So as you can see, that's quite nice. It says there that my weight is slightly high. I like that they say slightly high now, rather than making you feel fat. So my weight is slightly high, my BMI is slightly high, body fat still classed as obese, skeletal muscle it says is low, fat-free mass is average, subcutaneous fat high, visceral fat average, body water low. As you can see, everything's there. But if you then want to think, well, actually I want to compare this, which would be quite good, I'd like to compare this to last week's results. So you can click on the data comparison, click confirm, and I want to just compare it with my last entry. So that is brilliant, and here we go. So now we can see how it is done compared to last week. So My weight has gone down by 1.3 pounds. BMI is down by 0.2. Body fat is down 0.2%. Skeletal muscle is up by 0.2%. Fat-free mass is down by 0.5. Subcutaneous fat down 0.1. Visceral fat is down 1, so that is really, really good. Body water's up slightly, muscle mass is down slightly, bone mass down slightly, protein up, BMI down, metabolic age stayed the same. So we can swipe, and then there's actually, I think there's a glitch on here which you need to fix. So it's got like your weight again there, and it's got your body metrics, and I think this is meant to be a representation of how your body weight is made up. However, they've clearly made a mistake because they've got my bone, my total like skeleton only being 6 pounds. Well, that I'm pretty sure that's not correct. I'm pretty sure that's not correct at all. So that's really, but anyway, besides the by, if we just go down here, this is a bit like what we looked at last time. So if we click on the weight, it will give you the little slidey chart that we used to see, but it tells you a little bit more now underneath it about weight and the tips, which I quite like. With the BMI, they are actually acknowledging that you may have a high muscle, low fat content, but still come in with a high BMI. So I think that's really good that they've responded to that. With the body fat, again, it tells you like the risks of having a high body fat. And this is one thing that's really bad on mine. It's just so high still that I do need to try and bring that down. So I've got my muscle there as well. It still says I've got a low skeletal muscle, which I find a bit peculiar really, but anyway, there we are. However, my muscle mass is good. So I've got fat-free mass. Let's look at the subcutaneous fat. My visceral fat, so this is the stuff around your organs. Again, I've come down another one. I started off at 14, so I'm now 9. It's just like I can't believe how good that's gone. It's my hydration. As you can see there, my muscle mass is really good, so I am confused. I can see that it's meant to, yeah, I'm just confused about why then the other ones is so bad. And then I've got my bone mass, which is still saying it's 6 pounds. I don't know. And protein, basal metabolic rate, so it's how many calories you're burning, 1,363 at rest, so that's okay. Obviously, do my activity, that's burning calories. So it's really important, I think, that I do make sure I eat plenty. This is just if you were to lay in bed and do nothing all day, that's what you would need to have to maintain your weight, thereabouts. My metabolic age is 57, so that's come down as well. Having a little look at trends very quickly. If we look at, let's look at, so we've got the all here, so we can, this does the average. You can click on year, but it's a bit of a steep graph. We can do 3 months and it gives you a bit more of an idea where we're at. I wish, I can turn it that way. I just wish I could see it all properly week by week on one chart, but you're just not able to do that. So you have to like scroll over there from when it started, and then we come over here to where we're at. So anyway, it does tell us like what our weekly rate is and everything else. It works it all out for you. So for weight, as you can see, my weekly rate, it says, is 1.7 pounds a week. There we go. So it's got like my trends and everything else. So BMI is coming down by 0.3. I'm just going to flick through the graphs for you here because I've already discussed the numbers a bit really. If there's anything that really grabs me that I want to mention, I will do. And then, yeah, I have lost weight every single week with the exception of 1 week. And that was like a couple of weeks ago when I'd been travelling back from Scotland, and I literally got weighed the following day and had a bit of a blip. And then the day after that, I'd lost again. So I think it was just bad timing. However, I weigh on the Tuesday and it's fine, but it hurts me that I had a gain. But it's not realistic to expect to go through a journey and not ever have a gain or a maintain or something. So yeah, my body fat's coming down nicely. It's come down by 0.2% a week. So as you can see there, my muscle is increasing the percentage. So I mean, I'm assuming really that I'm losing more fat than muscle. Obviously I am still losing some muscle because I'm on a weight loss journey, but I'm really hoping now that this strength training is going to really make such a difference. Fat-free mass is coming down, like the subcutaneous fat under my skin, that's coming down. Visceral fat, so pleased with this. So you can see that it did start off at 14. If you just sort of slide across here, will it slide across? So yeah, you can see that I started off at 14, it's coming down, come down, come down. So yeah, I am happy with that. My hydration is slowly improving. Muscle mass, it says, is getting worse. I don't know. Bone mass is down a bit. Protein's going up. Basal metabolic rate is sort of changed by about 8 calories a week. However, I'm getting lighter, and I say this every week, that the less you weigh, the less calories your body needs to exist and function and work, so that's fine. And then my metabolic rate, you can see that it started off at 60, which was so rude, and I'm now at 57, so we're getting there bit by bit. Is there anything else on here, any other features I want to have a little look at? I'm just trying to get my head around the update. It's just a little bit confusing. I don't think so. I think those are the ones that you click. Yeah, we've seen that already. I think pretty much that's it. What I can do, actually, are we able to, I'm just wondering if we can do like a comparison with from all time. Will it let me do that? Yes, it will. So if I do date comparison, enter a specific date. So confirm. I got these scales, I told you last week, I think I got them a couple of weeks after the start of my journey. So my first proper weigh-in was on the 4th of June, which was 2 weeks after I started. So if we put that on here, it'll be quite nice because you can actually see then what I have lost, she says. So yeah, you can see there that my weight's down. Well, that's wrong, that, because I'd lost quite a bit of weight, but obviously from that day you can see it's come down, my BMI has come down. You can just see how much everything's come down. So I thought I'd just show you that bit there, just in case you have had your scales from the very start of your journey. So I just say, get your scales at the beginning and get weighed from the beginning. I wish I had my very first weigh-ins on here, but I haven't, and that's okay. It doesn't really matter. So I think that is everything on the scales, on the screen. Let me stop that one. So let me think. So goals for the coming week and any setbacks and things like that. So I've got nothing that should get him away for the next week. My husband's away on a trip, so I've got lots of time at home to be exercising. I can be in total control of my food without sort of considering what my husband likes and doesn't like. So I should be able to eat better, although it can be a little bit of a pain just cooking for one. But I've been shopping. I've got a shopping video up if you want to see that. Shopping for one, lonely me. So yeah, I should be able to eat well. So I'm wanting to make sure that I continue with a good amount of calories. I want to make sure my protein is over 100 grams. And yeah, I want to do at least 3 strength training exercises this week. And then really that should be it. I want an increase in my hydration, because I am still really bad at drinking my water / fluids. You know, I am not a great drinker, so this is still something I need to work on more. Week 18 is 7.5 milligrams, so next week we'll see how I get on with that. And then yeah, that's really it, I think. So thank you so much. I'm going to probably edit this a wee bit. I feel it was a bit rambly in places again with the RENPHO scales. I do get a bit jumbled, I think, when I'm doing that. Please let me know what information you like to see from the RENPHO bit, from when I'm talking about the weight and the biometrics and everything, because that'll be useful and help me in future videos if I know what bits you like, if there's any bits that you feel could be cut. I'm open to feedback, obviously. Just be nice and kind in the comments. And yeah, but that is everything. I am honestly feeling so good. I just feel really, really happy. I hope you've all had a successful week, but even if you haven't, it's absolutely fine. It's just 1 week out of your journey. Do let us know down below how you've got on this week, and yeah, I will do my best to get back to every single one of you if you've got any questions or comments or anything at all. But I really appreciate your time for watching my video this week. Take care, guys. I'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful one. Mwah! Bye for now.